much as far as erratic driving. Has been pretty stable at this speed so far, but you can see the vehicle here driving in that second to the slowest lane here. As I come out to a wide shot, we have a San Bernardino County Sheriff's helicopter that picked up the pursuit on the 60 freeway westbound about Euclid Street and has continued ever since. So we'll see the vehicle.
What is happening, my friends?
The LA area.
Another day, another police chase. Can you believe it? I'm going to allow everyone to get their noties and get up in here because we're going to have ourselves a little late night chase. You thought you were going to sleep? Not tonight. Not tonight. Welcome to Birds in the Air. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's not get a noise violation from Olga. Let's go chasing. What's up, Noti Gang? Welcome back. Welcome in. This is why you don't go to bed before 11:30 p.m. Pacific time. We're on a little bit of a delay here. We're on a little bit of a delay because I just got done doing my post-game show about the NBA, and now we make it a priority to get these police chases in.
Not a whole lot of heavy traffic to speak of. At least 3 units in that pursuit right now as the airship continues to track it with the night sunlight.
Silver Dodge Charger.
In that same lane here, not really trying to get around other vehicles or just basically maintaining the speed.
It is a Dodge Charger. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a blue Dodge Charger. Blue. I thought it was silver. I put silver in the description. Noti Gang from Spain, Ifer Ballas, 8:05 a.m. What's up? Welcome to the program. Good timing for you. You wake up as you get primetime chasing here in Los Angeles. Python IC, Stir Fry Stool, Heppy Siegel. Hep Siegel. I don't know these names, but I appreciate you all resubscribing to the channel. Is Downey in play? Downey is in play. We're on the 60 westbound. Of course Downey's in play. All roads lead to Downey. Someone in the chat said my serious voice is like Eliana has her news voice. It is. Because it's a solo show. I gotta present as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so much talking. If you were just listening to the post-game show a couple minutes ago, it's me talking for a straight hour to myself. No calls, nothing. Girthy Mac, sub-dubs in the chat. 5 tier 1 subs going out. We appreciate you, Hep Siegel. Had to get out of bed and use my Prime on the computer. Salute to you. That is a true locust in the chat. Sub-dubs for connecting your Prime account. You'll be rewarded, as everyone else complains about ads.
Transition here, you see that gore point, so we'll see which direction the driver decides to take. Maybe he'll go south, and that'll help us to stay directly over it. And it looks like at this point, if he stays in that lane, I believe he's going to go south.
Okay, southbound, making an interchange here. Get up in here, my friends. Get up in here. 11:07 p.m. local time here in Los Angeles. We are on transitioning to what appears to be the 710 southbound. If that's the case, I think we're going to go through Downey. All roads lead to Downey, obviously. 3-star chase. It's a line. Nice play. Hey, DAVM734 says, nice post game. Great to hear your voice. Great to hear your voice, at least in print form. That was a long 30 minutes. I had to tell the story of that game in Golden State. It took me 30 minutes to get through every play that mattered.
I can't tell what it is. It's on my pilot side, so I really can't see out that side. It looks like just maybe some slower trucks that are in the way there. But now it's going to be a backup here. That's the driver's going to.
Is this Jalen Green leaving the chase center?
He's going to use the shoulder. It looks like he might, and he's going to go all the way across.
Night Sun overhead. Traffic here. We're at Whittier Boulevard, one of the most popular exits. California Avenue, Downey Boulevard, Whittier Boulevard. This is all Downey. The mecca of police chasing. Yes, we're just a little delayed on this chase. Once again, I am always going to catch up. So you just gotta not watch it on the news, and we'll get it live as soon as possible. I'll let you know in advance if there's a day that we cannot watch it back. Otherwise, just hold out for a couple minutes until I'm able to get it up. That's what she said. Oh, we better not have a Bearcat chase at this hour.
Absolutely.
We
And
don't
it
have
looks
the
like
time
he's
for it.
transitioned already now
26
past the 5
months and
freeway.
counting for
So it's
Queen
southbound
City's king.
710. And looking up ahead
That's enough
out the
for a
window, looks like
marriage. Are
traffic's
we
gonna
living
be
together,
turning
Queen
right
City?
on the southbound side of the
26
710.
months
So
straight.
will
Appreciate your.
driver contend here to go the
You guys keep
speed,
subbing, we keep
67
streaming. It's
miles
that
an
simple.
hour. The CHP on its
Standard
tail,
rates
the
of speed,
airship's
3-star
still
chase,
overhead.
710 southbound,
And
coming through
it'll
Commerce.
continue
We
on
will
this
be
way
hitting
until
Downey
they
at some
either try to
point,
get a
just
spike
north of
strip
it
and
right
then,
now.
tries to exit the freeway or possibly a pit maneuver when the car slows down.
The night is young. Yes, it is. Chases breed chases. Yes, we're living together. We're not engaged just yet. 26 months. That's a live together time, right? At that point you should spend a year together, and then if it goes well after a year, 3-4 years, and then you have an engagement. And then the engagement's a year, then it's marriage. 5 years. Traditional. Captain Planet says the Dodger game just ended and people are rowdy. Well, thankfully, we're going southbound in that Dodger game. There's restricted airspace above it. If this was going northbound, we would start to run into some issues. Restricted airspace at LAX, John Wayne, Burbank, Disneyland, and Dodger Stadium. So if there's ever a chase downtown that takes the 110 north, we're in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely.
During baseball
Mike,
season.
Sherry, you see the driver there. Now, see how dark the freeway is here. This is actually a pretty good freeway for the CHP to try to do a spike strip if they're able to, if the traffic's light enough, and it pretty much is. I mean, there's, I would say, light traffic. There's quite a few cars on the southbound 710 here, but there might be an opportunity for the CHP to try to put a
This
spike
country
strip
does
out,
have
especially
5 years get
if he's in
hitched
the shoulder
Friday.
lanes
You
like
can
this.
also
That
do
would
that
be
too.
enough room to do it, but it's a definitely tricky situation, especially since he's known to.
Hey, those of you
create
that just
another,
came from the post-game
police
show, the
agency,
NBA
so
post-game show on
that could
Sirius,
be
do you
a
enjoy that
problematic for
format
the officer
of
safety.
the storytelling in the first half, as opposed to just hot takes and the traditional talk show? I prefer to
We
go
haven't
like
heard,
box score,
from the
play-by-play,
CHP yet as far as the number of people
as
or
opposed to that
occupants
route,
in the
because a
vehicle,
lot of
so
those
we'll get
post-game
something
shows
clear.
are,
We're
you
hoping
know,
to get some
hyperbolic
light
type
on
of
the vehicle when it
Draymond
comes in
Green is the
tighter,
greatest
maybe
defender
just
of all
to
time,
see
just
the
because of that
light
one
trip a
play,
little
right?
bit
I try
here,
to avoid
and
that
maybe
stuff
you
as
can
much as
see
possible.
the driver in there or possibly a passenger. But so far,
All right, good feedback. Thank you, Mr. Romo. Or M. Romo, sorry. I can never get anyone's names right. Sorry about that. Please, Katy Perry challenge, says EJ506. Keep me awake. Sure. I'm going to put voodoo on this chase.
copy that.
I'm going to root for a Katy Perry challenge or some dojis. Church of Nova says, love the recap. All right, that's good feedback. Thank you. I know we all just watch the games, but I'm seeing things that I want to discuss at length, and I need the timestamp, and there's particular plays that, especially if you watch the game, you can go back and remember. And it's also remember that the show plays all night, and a majority of the people listening to it at 3 a.m. are traveling on the road. They didn't get to see the game, so that show is also built for people trying to get a recap of it, not just built for everyone that is immediately trying to react. So it's a little bit different structure. And I finally figured out it sounded like I was glitching in the first 15 minutes. I figured out what it was on Zoom, and I got it fixed in the second half of the show. So that shouldn't be a problem too. I did not have meat sauce tonight, but I did have ground turkey fajitas, which is kind of the meat sauce's sister. Appreciate you, Cher Canovo. Sorry if I butchered your name, but that's good feedback, and I will continue to do that. I mean, I'm staring at these games, watching every dribble. The least I can do is like talk about what I'm seeing and putting down the notes of each timestamp. I'm doing all of those off the dome, but I'm putting in exactly what happened, and then a take on each play and how it affects the game. Mexican meat sauce. You might be onto something. It is a show for the truckers, believe it or not. You guys would be stunned to hear how many people listen to that shit. Sirius XM has such wide distribution in all of these vehicles. Chad is asking, is that a crossover Charger? Yes, it's a XL version. It's a Nug Life, 15 months and counting. I appreciate you, my friend. Sorry if I missed your name if you were subscribing to the channel before. I just don't want to turn this stream into me just reading everyone's screen name. But if I see it,
Hey, Mike, I'm getting the landing line.
if I see it at the right time and it's not a crazy chase, I'll give you a shout out. Do we know the want? I don't know the want. I was talking, busy giving shout outs instead of listening to Gil Davis, who's in the air right now for KTLA 5. Sky 5. Beautiful helicopter, by the way. It's all blue. The ABC helicopter is really cool, too. It's blue with a yellow, it's got this like yellow circle with the ABC logo on top of it. It says Air 7. It's like a bunch of NASCARs.
Exiting here, but I can tell you that our assignment desk, Elizabeth at the desk, was saying that she heard on the scanner that CHP was talking about there being just the solo occupant, the driver, in the vehicle. So we'll see what the driver does here as he's exiting the freeway. And
okay, maybe we'll get a little action here.
This is going to be an off-ramp. Yep. He's got two options there. He's going to make a right-hand turn. This is going to be in Linwood now. So we'll see what happens here with the sheriff's department. If there's,
what's everybody doing? We only got 700 people in the room. Everyone's sleeping? You can't go to bed before 2:30 in the morning. How dare you? Yellow light. Okay, we're going through a yellow light. Someone in the chat just asked, do they ever escape the helicopter? Oh, do I have news for you? Police stopping at the stop sign. That was interesting. Lonely Stoner says, I'm high. Hello. Hellos. To you, Mr. or Mrs. High Person. Tricky Gonzalez says, from the downtown chase the other night, did that dude end up getting away in the garage? I believe he did not.
Absolutely.
Mac Attack says, go Pacers, 25 months and counting. We appreciate you. Uh-oh. Gil.
The officers.
Uh-oh. We're losing Gil signal here. Come back to us, Gil.
Okay, sorry about that. We're getting information from our assignment desk that all officers that were involved in that ramming of the vehicle are okay. That's good news. So as the
ramming of the vehicle,
he's going to make a left turn here, Mike, and we'll hold our spot here. But you can see CHP still in the pursuit, and going into a neighborhood here. This is
watching this chase with toothpicks holding my eyes open.
So this might be a familiar area for the driver. Got off that freeway intentionally. It seemed like he.
Oh no. Gil. Gil. Are you out there? Anyone? Oh, we got Desmond. Okay, thank God.
Harris Avenue and Martin Luther King Jr.
All right,
Boulevard.
Desmond Shaw on the call, KCal, SkyCal, backup. Thankfully here in Los Angeles, we are professional police chasers, and we have multiple options.
They may just want to bring this one to an end, and the whole thing with the assault with the vehicle definitely makes the authorities
it has been a
quite
while.
A bit more serious. Although we've now seen just
Zeph and Mike, good to hear from you as well. Mushy Waffle says, can you congratulate my friends Jess and Alec on their engagement? They introduced me to these lives. Live streams and are watching right now. Congratulations, Jess and Alec. I'll even turn down Desmond to wish you a happy engagement. 1,000 years.
And we'll see, maybe they're headed back towards the freeway, I think. But yeah, I mean, look at this. 20 miles an hour. There's a couple more police
units on the side of the road there. No spike strips though, but they are stationed. We're in the Compton area. Potential for Hawthorne PD as well. Love to hear that. I love hearing married couples watching these chases together. If you're out there watching this stream, thanks for joining us. I hope this makes your relationship even healthier. Nothing brings couples together like a good police chase. You can be mad as hell, but police chases will get you focused on the things that matter. You'll forget about everything else going on in your life. Police chases bring all walks of life. Doesn't matter about your politics, doesn't matter about your beliefs. Everyone has one common goal. Chasing. Boogity, boogity, boogity. You are welcome. Happy engagement to the happy couple. Do I get an invite to the waiting? To the waiting. I get an invite to wait for sure. Do I get an invite to the wedding, Jess and Alec? Do you guys live in California? If I'm bored in the summer, and it happens in the summer, I got time off. I'll come say what's up. Gotcha, Jess. When's the wedding? When's the actual wedding? And where? I need another vacation.
With their car and a patrol car, and then take off, and now it's turned into an assault with a deadly weapon, and that's why we're looking at that charge now.
And you know what I'm wondering, Susie? We know that the car has Oregon license plates.
Assault
so
with
they're
a
not
deadly
gonna
weapon
perhaps
is the
with
want,
area
and
other pursuits, you see
DUI
the
as
driver
well.
kinda
So
head to
we're
familiar
really
areas,
racking it up here.
Maybe want to drop off the car somewhere.
It's
they're
in
a little more
Arizona
familiar with.
fall
This driver may be
2026.
going
Interesting.
blind, not knowing where he's
That's
going,
close.
As we're seeing here,
I can
just
get
kinda
to
going slow,
Arizona.
maybe trying to figure out what
Fall,
they're going to do next. And
as in
again,
like September. I can do
that
September.
patrol car right behind him there. We keep thinking maybe will there be a pit maneuver? Will anything happen here? He's reaching another intersection.
You got it, Mushy
I don't
Waffle.
know if the light is green or not, but look, he's stopping.
Tight knit police chasing community here. All right, well, at least we're obeying traffic laws. We're back in Compton. We got an armada of officers here waiting at the light, a 7-Eleven.
When we're talking about, a person who actually, when we see them.
Oh, and it's a September wedding.
Yeah.
That's when they're thinking about spike strips, but we have.
Scottsdale?
Actually really
I'm always up. I got a buddy that lives in Scottsdale that I can stay with. Or no, in Chandler. Chandler.
Yeah,
Traffic
it is
isn't
because
moving in
on
any
the other
direction
side,
here.
exactly.
Yeah, and I think, Des, if you can tilt up a little bit, I think his light is green now, and he's just sitting there.
Oh,
as he's trying
okay.
to
Little
go
duck,
to
duck,
see
goose
how
here.
it moves.
11:20. Oh, this feels like a pit maneuver. Here comes a pit, but is it? Oh, we just ripped the bumper off that Dodge Charger. Oh, perfect pit. But did it disable the vehicle? Was it going fast enough? It looks like it disabled us. We're going backwards. The car's not in drive anymore.
We'll see. It looks like that definitely stunned the driver. They're not making any very serious attempt to get away.
Sorry to interrupt your wedding plans, but we have ourselves a standoff here after a perfect pit. You know how it's a perfect pit? They always drive through it. It's like finishing your golf swing and posing for the camera. You got to drive through that back left quarter panel and really finish your stroke.
Read the room here and just
Feel
give
me?
up after that. CHP letting you know. No
We've
funny
seen
business tonight,
vehicles that have turned back on, by the
it
way.
would
This
be,
chase is not even
incredibly
close to
unwise
code
for them
4.
to try to continue this if the vehicle's even capable. So now as I'm just actually
Right, hold the finish. Look at that. Oh, hooked him in the back left wheel. Look at the smoke coming from the tire rub there as well. There's a hand out the window in the bottom left corner.
Yeah, as I said, out on a major street. Now we're getting pretty late at night. Atlantic Boulevard or Atlantic Avenue, a very good place to do this just south of Rosecrans. And it looks like it was successful. We saw one hand, so we need to see some keys out the window or a couple of hands.
That was a beautiful
You
pit
guys
maneuver.
called
Make
it,
sure that the
Desmond. We got
driver
to a
is,
street where
giving
it
up.
looked like the pit maneuver would be a good one to do here. The streets weren't
Shout,
too busy.
shout out to my new
Not a
wedding
lot of
party.
cars on
We'll
it,
work
and
it.
it took
I'll get the
some
details
temps,
from
but,
there, all right? We got
definitely
until
brought this proceed to a
2026, fall
stop.
2026.
Absolutely. And this person now sitting there inside the car, and I'm sure they're getting the orders yelled at them.
Yeah.
It looks like they were obeying for a minute. The orders are usually stick your hands out the window, throw your keys out the window, open the door from the outside.
Don't jinx it. Someone said no
and then
Bearcats
walk
needed
out,
tonight. You said this in the
turn
last chase, and it
around,
lasted
show your
3 hours.
waistband,
They had to bring in
walk
Bearcats.
backwards,
The
and then
Bearcats are
get
not on
around.
call. They take forever to get there.
Yeah,
Look at the front. Look at the passenger side. There's garbage everywhere. You filthy little animal. Why is there garbage all over the place in your car?
What else were they running from? Was it a simple DUI?
What else is in the car?
I mean, we
right?
said, assault with a deadly
What is with all these hoarders lately? Remember the guy that ran into a junkyard in his a scrapyard in his backyard?
And as Desmond was talking about, maybe it was just a simple bump, but what else were they running from? If they have Oregon plates, are they from Oregon? Did they steal this car?
Well, that's the
No,
other
I
problem
did
with
not
the
get
plates is
engaged.
they're
I'm
not
talking
getting-
about the
there's no return
engaged
on
couple
them.
in the
So
chat.
they don't even know who the registered owner of the car is. So, that law enforcement can read so much off of plates. They can figure out where you live, what your criminal history is, all of those things. CHP doesn't have that advantage right now because those plates are not coming back with anything.
So there's
at
no
all.
cooperation between
Well,
law
there-
enforcement
DUI and
the
assault with a deadly
There
weapon is
and
the
there
want
usually
here.
is, and it just kind of depends. The way they read
little
it
bit of a
back, they said
standoff
The
situation.
plate is clear, no return. Generally, no return means they didn't get any kind of hits off of it or any kind of information that they were able to gain. And we haven't seen them say anything about or heard them say anything about who this driver might be, where he's from, his history.
Cincy KD
The
said,
CHP
got my
is
4 locked and
notoriously
loaded.
known for
Keep
just
that
kind of
4 in the
moving it and
chamber.
moving the guy
We are
out
not
and
even
finding
close
out
to
like a
code 4.
DUI. So the fact that they're not doing that may lead us to believe that they either are concerned about what they don't know or that there is something kind of bigger at play.
Or maybe they found out this person is armed. Who knows? They're facing in a very dangerous situation.
Would you guys stop in the
Obviously,
chat?
You know, face to face with them. Usually,
I'm
at the
not
end,
getting.
you see the
I'm
car
not
face
getting
the other way
engaged.
around, but it looks like
Chat's
they're gonna
lying.
get a body
Okay, we got
shield.
riot shields. Are we approaching the vehicle? We got riot shields. We're in formation. They have each other on each other's shoulders, so they have all angles covered. Single file will decrease the probability of an officer getting hit by a potential bullet if they fire.
You know, there's definitely something going on in that car. They have knowledge of something going on in that car that we don't, obviously.
go.
And that's why
They're moving in. Oh my God.
Right now. Looks like they're making their way now.
Mike, do we know anything about the?
We're gonna see an extraction here live.
That may make them a little bit more
Weapons, mini little night candle pointed at the window. Hands are up. They're trying to open the door. It's locked. Oh boy. Oh my God. Now what? Oh, oh! He's got a baseball bat.
That's one of those things that you tap the window and it cracks, right?
Yeah, that wasn't very effective.
Oh God! Look at him! Oh,
It's easier to just unlock the car.
oh my God!
Especially if it is his
Look at
car.
these
I would put the
swings.
window on top.
Did he learn this shit at Dave and Buster's?
Yeah. I mean, just really making things a lot more difficult. than
Oh,
it has to be
he
here.
put in
There's
work
gonna
on that.
reach into
Now
the
we're now
broken
what?
glass and
No,
unlock
oh,
manually
extraction,
this person
ejectozito.
And I mean, what a difference.
Oh, he's not going down.
Last week with LAPD that ended up
One
turning into
police
a
chase
standoff
suspect
on
versus
Cold
100
Harbor.
men.
Things were shut
Who
down for
wins?
Hours and hours, and they had 3 Bearcats out there and gas and the
Yeah,
vehicles
yeah,
and
we
all
don't
the
need that.
tools
No more
for
of that.
one
We come
person.
up there
And
with
meanwhile,
the
your
Dave and
CHP, they come in
Buster's
less than
bat.
5 minutes. All they want is their ballistic shield, some less lethal ready, and they come up and they manually, smash out the window and then even reach through the broken glass to open it. It's just really an incredible juxtaposition as far as the differences in policies between the departments. And like I said, CHP a lot of times not messing around. Proof positive tonight. Looks like the one person in the vehicle now.
F that window in particular. Right? It is something different every time. When was the last time we saw a Dave and Buster's Baton extraction after a pit maneuver? It's always something different. He's got no shoes on.
Those are going to get dirty pretty quick, but yeah, I mean, it just kind of struck me as one of these that was just almost trying to be really annoying to the authorities and just kind of going to drag this out as long as possible. And then at the last minute after the pit maneuver, even still just kind of sitting there pouting in their seat.
Drop your fours in the chat. We are code 4.
Come up and yank them out like that. And have it your way, either the easy way or the hard way.
It's been a while since we've had an actual code 4. Because it's always been, here's a replay of the pit maneuver in case you missed it. First it's a whiff, then they come back and they hit him on the other side. It's like tagging a screen in basketball. And here's a replay of the work put in on that window by that officer. Look at whack. 7, 8, 9, 10. That is one strong ass piece of glass, man. Jesus.
Being very aggressive tonight, as we see pretty often. They do that.
They were indeed aggressive.
Well, thanks so much for watching KCAL News at 10.
Oh, another chase in the books. That was a doozy. See, sometimes it escalates out of nowhere. Feel me on that? Like that was just a chase going along the highway, and then a pit maneuver happens on the side streets. And then they come up with the Dave and Buster's Baton and they extract. That was a good one. Officer was in the labs when working on those swings in the same way that Ed Malloy's in front of a mirror before he referees practicing his technical foul pose. Yeah, that officer is got his form down to perfection. He's I'm working up a sweat. Was the car disabled? It looked like it. Yeah, after the pit maneuver. I didn't think it was going at a fast enough speed. In the replays, I should name them after the name chase. That's a lot of work. But I'll work on it, okay? He times up his swings. They not like us. He's definitely clean up. He's definitely clean up in the police softball league. With that swing. Yeah, you know, chases breed chases. It is getting a little late, but there's still time. Swing in a pit. Yeah. If that one was worthy of a name, it would be Swing in a Pit. The Anonymous Angel on YouTube comes up with some good names in the titles. Nice. Whoever you are out there. I love that he's anonymous, or she. That YouTube channel, once my account gets cleaned on Twitch, that's where you can find all the chases, and I know YouTube's a little bit easier to access. News is over at 11:30. The late night show starts at 11:30. That's correct, but if choppers are in the air, they will do an internet-only chase. We've seen Eliana go all the way up to Oxnard at 12:30 at night following a motorcycle chase. Oh, Mr. Officer, how many whacks does it take to get to the center of an SUV? Who's old enough to remember those lollipop commercials? That's funny. The Anonymous Angel is somewhere in the chat. I hope you have a great long life full of joy and happiness, says one commenter. You're doing the Lord's work. All right, friends. 11:30 p.m. Another day of streaming in the books. 4 streams again today. I do need to call it a rest. I need to go catch up on the news, and I need to. What else do I need to do? Prepare for tomorrow's show at 9 a.m. again. Stream on Bleacher Report again. Police Chases post-game show again. Good Lord. All right, friends. Thank you. If you joined me on the post-game show on SiriusXM, thank you. And then you're here for some reason. I appreciate you jumping from stream to stream. But until next time, my friends, I'm going to go get some shut-eye. See you on the timeline. Deuces.